I couldn't be anything other than bald. I did buy a wig, but I just couldn't wear it.
Did you scarf up? Or
No.
You just went bald.
I just went bald.
You owned it.
Yeah, I did.
Good for you.
I had one time my son was a goth, and he got invited to some sort of fashion show where you got in free if you were dressed as a goth. And I was just wearing my normal clothes, but because I was bald, they sort of ushered me through. So I was the oldest free person in there, which I thought was quite funny.
It's an interesting double standard, though, isn't it? That a man can be bald.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I actually did a couple of times. People stopped me in the street and shouted at me and told me that I was a disgrace and that I shouldn't be walking about looking like that.
Really?
Which was a bit shocking, really. But
society's funny, isn't it? I mean, I have a personal thing that a man should be allowed to wear makeup and a skirt if he wants to. I mean,
you'd have gotten well with my son.
Probably would. I mean, it's just the way. I mean, 200 years ago, men did wear wigs and they did wear makeup, and 400 years ago, they did wear pantaloons and skirt type things. So it's just a societal construct that men wear trousers and women don't.
Exactly.
So why can't a woman be bald and a man wear a dress?
I think if we were a bit more flexible on that front, it would take a lot of the angst out of people who are who just want to dress in a different way for whatever reason. Yeah. It can cause all sorts of problems because of society, as you say. But I mean, really.
Yeah. I mean, my daughter had a friend, young fella, about 15. He used to come for dinner sometimes, and straight, but he'd wear makeup. He'd have eyeliner, his fingernails done, and he always looked actually really nice. And that was probably my first experience with a fellow wearing makeup, and it wasn't a goth thing. He just did.
So did you miss out on the whole of the glam rock scene in the 70s?
Oh no, I was almost old enough.
With Mark Bolan and his false eyelashes. I mean, that was quite interesting. See really big butch people in bands with all their stuff on. Yeah. That was quite funny, I think.
And it was a wonderful time, seeing men embrace the makeup and the glam thing. It was great.
I've always had a thing for men in makeup, actually.
Me too. Yeah, it does.
I mean, why not? You know, if it enhances the way women look, why wouldn't it enhance the way men look?
Look, I got to my teenage years and thought, I'm glad I'm a girl. As a little girl, I thought I was supposed to have been a boy because I would much rather run around with the boys in the paddock than play with the Barbies. And I sort of grew out of that phase. But I got into my teens, and then when I started wearing makeup and I started to actually, because I was one of those gawky sort of awkward teenagers, makeup helped. And I thought, gee, I'm glad I wasn't a boy because I couldn't imagine how ugly I'd have been as a boy. And I couldn't have done a thing about it.
I don't
would have been
think
nothing. So yeah, I was glad in the end that I was a girl. You can find out more about Domini at her website, doministuart.com, no AU.
That's right.
And look out for her books on Amazon if you don't find them on her website. Thank you, Domini.
It's been a pleasure. Thanks for asking me.